Hi, everybody. It's Quinton and Neil, and we're back here to show you exactly how to follow this process in terms of getting your Facebook domain, all of those different pieces of real estate ready for when you start approaching your perfect and your ideal customer and bringing them into your world. So we're going to actually, I'm going to help Neil in getting his stuff set up and give you some tips and tricks on exactly how to do that. We did the lesson earlier this week where I explained why and how we do things this way. Today, we're actually going to get down and do it. So Neil, are you ready?
I am ready, Quinton. I'm excited to see what I need to change, actually. I'm not going to say what I've done wrong. I've always known that this is important and I've done my best, but I haven't focused on it and I haven't picked apart exactly like how everything needs to look. And so it's going to be interesting to see what you'd like me to change.
All right, let's get to it. Would you mind sharing your screen with us? Great.
Bang, here's my profile.
Okay, look at that. Where's that picture from, Neil?
I was teaching a yoga class in the Seychelles on one of the beaches. We had a little ritual where we'd do yoga on the beach and then we'd take a swim and then we'd go on a hike.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So what we're going to do today is this is the picture that people sees of you when you start connecting with your ideal customers around the world. So Neil, would you say this kind of tells the story about what you do?
Well, I mean, I suppose it shows people that I'm in the fitness industry, if they can notice that is actually me on the side there. Yeah. But after your teachings on the class, I'm not sure if they'll actually even see me when they're on a mobile version. So I've never even thought of something like that, for example.
Exactly. And as we know now, more than 80 or 90% of people view the Facebook page or your profile or anything Facebook in an app on their phones. So it kind of it's a little bit narrow. So yeah, and the other thing that we're saying, we want to use this for business purposes. We want to grow our network so that we can be successful as business owners in the fitness industry. So we want people to come here and when you connect with them, that they can immediately start getting an idea of what you're about. So although that cover picture is very, very nice, it's going to need a little bit of work in terms of just adding a few things, a short description, as we did said in the lesson, and just sort of a call to action, just kind of inviting somebody to click to learn more about you. So yeah, so is there, do you have some sort of cover picture ready, or do you want to kind of put something together now?
Well, I mean, you can direct me and tell me what I should put there as an example. I mean, I've got some other cover photos which again highlight the fact that I'm in the fitness industry. Right. Like this is when I was a brand ambassador for this academy. I actually did, you know, like one of those beast races, those, what they call the warrior races with one of my clients.
Right.
Or I had like a fat burning or fat busting plateau tip over there.
Okay.
This is when I did a CrossFit composition. So I've got some things in here, but I don't think they just kind of highlight what I actually do as a whole, but I don't think they're actually like business, like converting orientated.
Okay. Well, I would suggest we start with that plateau burning one that you had there, because I think that's kind of the closest to what we want. So let's stick that one up as your profile picture right now. So if you want to go back to the top there, you could do it from here as well, I suppose.
Make cover photo.
There we go. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So at the moment, you will not be able to edit too much about it, but if you press save right now, we can just have a look at what it looks like when it comes up. Okay, so you see immediately that your picture in the middle there is kind of hiding already some of that text, and it's going to be the same for the mobile version. it's okay because you are a little bit, will be a little bit cut off, like the half of your face there in the picture. But I think generally that's not a bad start in terms of a picture. Obviously, right now you're setting up something a little bit different. So your message that you want to put in there could be something more specific to what you're doing at the moment. So I think that's something you could go ready. You've told me before you're happy to work in something like a Canva program.
Yeah, and I've also got photos of myself that we can kind of put text over it depending on what needs to be done. But I've got some fitness photos of me. It's actually from the same photo shoot with this, when I've got this weight overhead. I've got me doing different movements, and they are just with the photographer. So there's nothing really distracting in the background. So we can also put some text in there depending on where the best places are.
That's right, yeah. And I think refer back to the lesson that we talked about if you want the exact sort of measurements and that cover template, if you will, that I gave you. So happy to do. Also, I can drop that into the teaching program, into where we put all the content, that you can actually use that one as well. Because even if you're not comfortable with Canva, maybe you're comfortable just in a PowerPoint document or a Word document, you could put that template there and actually superimpose your picture over it and just cut it till it fits in the box. So that is another way to do it. But it's going to take a little bit of playing around. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, it's very useful. I know it's a bit old-fashioned to say you edit graphics in PowerPoint, but sometimes it's just easier to crop and drag and drop things in there.
The photos I've got a very high definition, so they should be cropped anyway, and which will also help with the size of the file as well.
Okay, great. All right, Neil, if you just scroll down a bit, we are going to leave that there and go to edit profile on the right-hand side. Okay, so these are all the things that are available to you for editing. So the other quick one that I would mention is just your actual pic right at the top, the profile picture. Maybe that is something, if you could find something where you're actually facing the camera and making eye contact with a person that's meeting you for the first time or seeing you for the first time, that would be quite cool as well. Something a little bit more
suggested photos.
Okay.
This one is a little bit like too businessy. I don't think it's very personal trainee.
That's okay.
I'm always
there's eye contact. That one gives a lot of eye contact.
This is a lot of eye contact over here.
Okay, but you get the idea. So you're welcome. Even if you take a picture on your phone, but make sure it looks professional and it doesn't look weird and everything. Keeping in mind that you always the avatar or your ideal customer is going to look at it, and you want to think, what is he or she's going to think when they see this picture? Would they think this is a weirdo, don't want to deal with him, or this is somebody that looks quite inviting, it's got a little bit of a smile, and he's a friendly guy? So
it's a big ask to not look weird, because I mean, I'm just a weird person, Quentin. So I don't know how we're going to get that right.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you can work on that.
Something more close to my face.
All right. Okay, then scroll down a little bit. We can get to the piece where we can give a little bit of information. So the bio, yeah. If you click edit over there.
At the moment, it's a link to my website, and then this is a link to my YouTube channel.
Okay, which is fine. You'll see that you've used it says there are 0 characters remaining.
I've used every single piece of real estate they've given me. 0 characters remaining.
Well done. Well done. So the only thing I would do is maybe just that. I mean, this is sort of a life motto, if you will. Actually, this is not too bad. If that's where people are going to find most of the information around, that's 100%, no problem with that.
Well, I think I would like to get a sign up link in particular, like instead of just to my website, to my homepage, it would be, I think, better to have like a sign up link. And then my YouTube, I was placing more emphasis on it in the past. I mean, this is quite old. So directing people to my YouTube channel right now isn't actually helpful for me. So what would you suggest I put there? Like if someone wants to work with me, for example, they see me from a group or whatever, they go into my profile, and they can see what I do from, let's say, my cover photo. Then like maybe a link where they could actually, I don't know, I've seen other people do it where there's like a link and it's just like a work with me link, and it literally takes you to maybe a sign up page or registration page or something like that. Would you suggest doing the same thing?
There's actually there's quite a few other places where we could put links. So why don't we just stick to the sort of the traditional way here of saying a little bit about you and what it is that you do. And remember, people always, when they view somebody for the first time, whether it be LinkedIn or Facebook, people are not that interested in how smart or how clever you are. They want to know, what can you do for me? So maybe a good phrase over here would be to say, I help people achieve their maximum potential in life through fitness, something along those lines. A quick phrase that say, what is it that you could help them with?
Okay. Do you want to do that now, or should we
let's do that. Let's do that. Let's just remind me again your ideal customer and your niche that you've got.
So my niche is body transformations through functional training, and my ideal customer is someone between 25 and 40. They can be male or female, and they're someone that is going to commit to a process. They're not just here for like a quick fix. Okay,
great. So would you say that I help people with their everyday fitness and functional fitness? How would you describe that?
Yeah. Let's see what I can think of the top of my head.
What about I help people with maximizing the life potential, or the enjoyment and the functionality that they have in life, the enjoyment and potential that they have through functional fitness.
How about I help people transform their bodies? I've got 64 characters left, so I don't want to be too long-winded as well.
Okay. But maybe just write it out and then we can sort of start cutting off pieces to a shorter version.
Okay. I help people transform their bodies. Functional.
All right, so I've just paused the video so that I can give Neil some time to think about it. And Neil, tell us what you've come up with there.
I help people make fast body transformations through functional exercises and simple eating plans.
Okay, I like it. And it fits into the number of characters that you want. So the thing to keep in mind here is that next week in our course, we're going to be discussing how to develop your offer and how to become crystal clear in your mind what it is that you're going to be offering people and the transformation that you're going to help people with from when they start to when they end that whole process. So that's going to also be very valuable for you to come back here and maybe tweak this a little bit so that it matches with what your the offer is that you're going to make and the transformation that you're offering people. Okay, so
I might need editing later when we've got my my offer like completely perfected, but I think for now that's a
I think that's a pretty good start. So we discussed that you had some links in there. So there's a couple of other places where you could provide links again. One of them would be in your cover photo. So just go edit there again. I want to show you what we can do over there. So I wonder if you need to Actually, you don't need to do anything over here. Let's just go out of this and go back onto the front page. Make sure you save your work here.
I think it's already been saved.
Okay, great. So just click on your cover photo there. On the right-hand side, you'll see there's where the description is. So there's already a bit of a call to action there. Is that still applicable, Neil?
No, Train with Neil was my first online training brand.
Okay.
And I've moved on from that.
So this is where you want to change things a little bit. So what I want you to do is when you change that cover photo is make sure you put like a little call to action button. So it's just a kind of a superimposed text box that you could put on the picture, and it says click here for more, and somebody would click on the picture and it'll open like this. So it's not a real button, but it opens like this, and on the right hand side you'll see there you can, you know, really elaborate a little bit and give people a place to go next.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is dated 2015, back when I was still a young online trainer, very new to the game.
And now you're just an online trainer.
I'm very seasoned now.
Okay. All right. So that's something that you can do. So let's go back to your bio so we can fix that. Edit profile again. Not that one, the other one. Okay, and you scroll down. So look on our side, the bio looks there, and now your intro. So yeah, you can maybe move a few things around or make sure that the information is up to date. So if there's some information that comes up to the top that is not necessarily relevant to where you are right now, then you can maybe just click on edit and just move them up or down in that list, because only like the top 3 of them will actually show up.
Okay. The idea that I had with doing it this way was it's basically timelined as like I had the idea of like having a digital CV there if someone wants to check me out for any reason. So this is in order. So before Train Me Academy, it was Train with Neil. Before Train with Neil, I was working on the yacht. Before the yacht, I was working. Oh, actually, So it's kind of in order.
That's great. But if you just,
and there's also a little bit of education as well. Yeah.
Just click outside of this, then you can maybe just see what is actually showing up on your profile. So you see, it's quite a long list there. And I'm just wondering, just actually click on the 3 dots there next to edit profile and say view as. Okay, so now you're viewing it as somebody else coming into your profile. You get a little bit of a better idea, but then when it's just you. So is the only thing I want with that list is that it's not distracting or off the topic, or it's got nothing to do with what you're doing at the moment.
Okay.
All right.
So, I mean, it can be shortened, obviously.
Yeah, and the links.
All the ones that I've listed here are kind of like, it gives people a history to see that I've been in the fitness industry. I'm not just jumping in on the game and being like, hi, I'm doing coaching.
Absolutely. And those links there, those are the ones that where you want to draw people's attention to now. So you don't want to give them a million different places to go to. You want the one thing that you are promoting at the moment. If you are changing later on and maybe you've got a different offer for people, that you want to put that offer in there as well.
Okay. So at the moment, it's linked to my Instagram, to my YouTube, and then my website. Okay.
And what we'll do is once you've established a Facebook group, you can also put that link in there.
Okay.
All right. So let's go back to edit profile. Let's see what else we can fix up for you. Yeah, exit view as, well done. And the next piece that people don't usually do is this featured section over here. So quite a nice little piece of real estate that we can use. So click on add next to featured.
I had featured photos. I don't know what happened to them.
All right, but these are not just photos. This could actually be an opportunity, again, to tell people where to go next to that you want to lead them down that process to come to your current offer, the thing that you want them to click on, to learn about, and eventually to join you in a group or become your client. So just go add new. All right, so you could literally add some of your previous stories or photos or things like that. But what I would do again here is go use good old Canva or PowerPoint and actually create a little message about about your offer or the thing that you're working on at the moment that you want them to go check out, and then create the link via that to that service or whatever it is. So
no, this is actually one of my online clients that's just
okay.
his milestone of 10 workouts together. So he's a new client.
Okay.
And he's actually posted how he's already getting results. So maybe we can just use this for now.
Okay, that's fine. Just maybe select that. I just want to make sure that it gives you the opportunity to create. Oh, you did? Okay, next. And there you can give it a title. And here's where you can sort of write a little bit of what it is. You know, use all the characters that it enables you to do. Okay. Okay, so what you could do with a featured section is just say, click the link above. And if you save that, you will see, Neil, that it comes up basically talking about the link above. If you close this and you scroll up slightly, the first link above is the Train Me Academy link. So that directs people. So you could even in the picture, if you know how to sort of put a little arrow in there and say, click the link above, it sort of directs people around your page.
Okay.
All right. So let's give that a wrap then in terms of your personal profile, so you can clean up a little bit more. Now, what I want you to do is actually start a Facebook group, an open Facebook group where you're going to start inviting your avatars to come into the same community with you. So yes, click in the top there with a little group icon, and then on the left-hand side you'll see the menu that says create a group, and there you go. You can start your own group. So again, the name is going to speak to the bigger group, the niche that you want to attract to you. And if you think again about that phrasing that I used, I want people to believe that functional training, is that the right word or the right sort of bigger bucket, do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So maybe something functional training fitness or something like that. I like that, yeah. Body transformation through functional training. Using. There we go.
Oops.
If you want to accentuate something, you could just maybe do the functional training, do it all in caps if you like, or you know, it depends on if you put an accent on one of those things, because
what about body transformation through home workouts? Oh.
Yeah, that would again broaden the niche of people that you would allow into this group.
Okay, and then
and just a reminder that name is actually very flexible. It's something that you could change probably a couple of times a month, as opposed to a Facebook page, which you can't change that often, and you will have to kind of get Facebook permission to do it, and you can't change it too much. This name is pretty flexible. So in terms of the privacy, we said there, you've got two options, private or open. If it's open, anyone can join without your permission. If it's private, only people that you approve or people that you invite. So it's up to you. In the beginning, it's maybe okay to leave it open and just kind of manage the people that come in there. If it's not your ideal customers, you could just kick them out of the group. Or if you feel more comfortable in controlling the people that come in, then make it a private group.
Okay. Then you don't think this name is too long?
You could no. Facebook groups is quite it's an opportunity to give a little bit more of a description. Even though we're going to do that, I think this one is quite good.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So set your privacy to public or private. So just do, the only reason why I say public is you can always change a public one to private, but you can't change a private one to public. So at first, just start off as a public one until you get the hang of it, and then make it private. So I wouldn't invite friends just yet. You can say create there at the bottom on the left. All right, so voila, you got a Facebook group of your very own. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So what you could start with the cover page there again, but what I'm going to show you is just to go to the left-hand side. You'll see a menu. Just go right to the bottom of that menu and click on settings. And then you can sort of see everything the way you can play around with. So let's just start with the name and the description at the top. And so, yeah, you can then tell people what your group's about. Okay, so Neil has written out a little piece over there. And actually, this is quite a generous sort of space that you have to describe your group. And remember, it's a very important place as well, because if you're inviting somebody to your group, they're going to have to make a decision whether they're going to accept your invitation or not. So you got to actually give them a very good reason to join you. And again, this is where we want to always keep in mind who our ideal customer is, and if this is speaking to them. And also, we are going to, when we talk about creating the offer, whatever the transformation that we want people to keep in mind, this is going to have to give them an idea of how this is going to actually help them in obtaining the outcome that they want. Okay, but I think that's a good start, Neil.
Yeah, a community of serious individuals where fast body results are the goal. Share your journey and be supported through the easy and hard times on a road to a better version of you.
Amazing. Where can I join?
I don't know where the join button is yet.
Okay, well, actually, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that, because if you go down just a little bit lower to where it says customize group web address, click on that button over there. So you'll see at the moment, if you look at the top there, your URL for your Facebook group, it's got the number 523191258, which doesn't really tell people much about you. So you could actually claim a little piece here, and in terms of what you want to call this group. If you want to go with a Train Me Academy or the functional, maybe call it functional fitness, which might be taken already, but maybe try a few ideas there. Okay, so my advice to Neil is just to sort of go with something that if you think about, if you are going to start a website and you wanted to go and buy a domain, what is the idea that what is it that you would do? And if you have an existing domain, maybe try and match that one a little with this group, so that again, it builds the brand, connects with the brand that you've got. So now it looks a little bit nicer. If you look at the top there, Neil, it says Facebook groups trained with Neil. It doesn't say 5436789. So that's cool.
I have the domain as well.
Yeah, you've taken it. It's yours. So, okay, so now, and that domain or URL can go back to your personal profile. Remember where we said, click here to learn more, you can point people to this one. Okay, so that's it. If you scroll down a little bit, see what else there is that we can customize in here. That's all fine. The badges, the group type is the next thing I want to do. Just a little bit up there. You went past it, more there. Group type. For now, I just want you to see there's different settings. Just use social learning for now because it gives you a couple of nice options and functionality that I think suits what the business that you're in. So we'll talk about that at a later stage. So the features, scroll down, mentorship, not at the moment, guides. Incidentally, the social leadership gives social response. What's it? Social learning setting gives you these guides, which are magic. Okay, so that's we're going to keep them there for now, and all of those are fine. Participant approval. This is going to be you, unless you give that to somebody else who can participate in the group. In the group, somebody can join as a page or their business page, or they can join as a person. So I think it's kind of okay to let people do both, unless you just want to see actual people and not businesses join your profile. Then you can go change that there. Manage discussions, that's all fine. Again, it's up to you in the beginning in terms of how tightly you want to control this. If you want to approve every single post, I would leave that open in the beginning until you think it's out of control, and then maybe come and shut that down later where you want to approve posts. So that's all fine. And then linked pages, if you click on that, that's actually where you can link to, if you already have a Facebook page, like you've got Train with Neil, so you can link to that page. All right, it's actually, you clicked on the page itself instead of the link button. Just link on, there we go. Great. All right, so now it's associated with that page, and you can actually also manage this group as the page. So I'll show you how to do that just now. So you can scroll down further in terms of that list over there. I think we've pretty much done everything we needed to do over here. So that's very cool. Well done, Neil. If you click on the left-hand side back to home, and I know you've been chomping at the bit to change that picture, you can go and yeah, it is your page and it's you. Okay, so yeah, you want to grab a picture, and again, it's that same sort of picture size that that I've given you for your personal profile. In this case, it is not critical because you don't to worry about the middle, because your profile picture is not going to sort of be superimposed over it.
I can do a before and after photo from one of my clients.
If your client is okay with that, yes, you can do that.
Probably not. Let's not do that. It has to be like a landscape photo, right?
Correct. It's that same sort of cover pixel sizes and measurements, which again, you can, if you go into the Canva software, it actually gives you, it tells you can click on Facebook banners or covers and go make it, and it'll automatically be ready. You see that this is where you're going to struggle if the picture isn't made for that. But I think it's fine for now, and we can go. You know, you can work on that a little bit later again. But again, if you do, you know, go play around with Canva. I think it's a fairly simple piece of software, and it makes it quite simple. It is free, and you can kind of make some nice covers for yourself.
Doesn't want to upload my photo now.
I think it's struggling with the upload, maybe.
Cool.
All right. So Neil has chosen a picture of himself showing his chest instead of his body or his face, but that's okay for now. This is something that I think you can go and design a nicer picture. And what we'll actually do is maybe we'll shoot a little mini lesson that we'll put in the Facebook group where you can learn about how to use Canva at some point. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I definitely need help with this, as you can see. Even though I've got these pretty photographer photos,
Yes.
they're not very helpful with the right dimensions, and they also don't really speak to the business unless you have this nice little place for texture, though.
Yes, absolutely. And that's where we'll help you a little bit with using Canva, or maybe even we'll shoot one with good old PowerPoint or something like that. Good, Neil. Your Facebook, your group is now ready to invite people. But what I would suggest is maybe just create 1 or 2 posts to before you invite somebody, so that they don't come into a completely brand new group, which there's nothing going on. So maybe just create a post that sort of talks a little bit more in general, where you've got a picture in there, and that tells somebody about how excited you are about creating this group and looking forward to meeting all sorts of people. So maybe that's something you can still add to this group. And then something else I wanted to show you, if you scroll down a little bit on the right-hand side, you'll see there's the drop down with the picture of you on the right. No, not that one, the other one, on the just before you get into. So here is where you can toggle between interacting as you in the group and interacting as your page in the group. So if you got something formal to say, then it's going to come up as that, as use your page for that. If it's something that you can want to share more personally, which I suggest you use a lot, is you personally, because people want to know about you, or they want to hear what you have to say. They're joining you more than they're joining your page. So yeah, that's great. But as you see, you were interacting as your page, and that's why it says there, Train with Neil updated the group cover photo.
Okay. So in short, though, I need to have a cover photo that brings some text in, maybe gives context to the group, so that people, when they see this, they kind of all like themes up together. I need to add 2 posts to this group. And then on my personal profile, I need something that speaks about what I do as like for my business. I need a profile picture that is of my face, like forward facing the camera, so they can actually see who I am, unless, I mean, at least there's that over there. I've already edited my bio. I need to shorten this up to the most relevant things, and then only draw attention to the most important link, maybe a singular link, so people are not kind of, their focus is directed. I need to add featured photos that also speak to what my business does.
The featured photo, I would put a nice little picture that says, I've got this fantastic Facebook group that talks about body transformation through functional fitness. I have that in there and say, click to the link above. And then above there where it says Train Me Academy, you want a link to the Facebook group with its nice, concise URL.
Okay, transform your body with me with an arrow, click the link, something like that.
That would work.
Okay, so let me just edit that part now then. I think that's a nice little thing that I can add. If I edit here. Then
yeah, social or your website, yeah, social link or website. I think website is going to be easier.
So now this can say what?
It's the Facebook group. Maybe just go copy it on that from that other tab.
I think I can remember it.
Ah, maybe you can. Let's see if it works. Huh.
Oh,
we have a problem.
Houston, we have a problem. Neil did it wrong. Ah, see, no faith. It works.
Copy the URL there. Did you?
No, this is the link that I clicked on, but I don't know why.
Oh, did it come up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, yeah, but I don't know why it came and then it disappeared, and now it's not coming up again.
Huh.
I don't know why my internet is failing me. There we go.
There we go. Okay, so that's fine. 100%. So now on your personal profile, people will know how to get to your group.
Cool. Thank you, Quentin.
All right, perfect. Okay, well done, Neil. I think we've made some good progress here, and be interested. So go invite some people, start inviting a few people that you are close to that can give you a little bit of feedback, maybe. And remember to invite some people who are quite active on Facebook and likes commenting and everything, so that they can get the ball rolling and the engagement going in your group.
Yeah, and obviously the people that are prospecting, we're going to invite into this group as well.
That's the purpose of the Facebook group. Yes.
Keep them all in one spot.
There we go. All right.
Thank you, Quentin.
Okay, pleasure. We'll chat later.